Welcome to Tomahawk DIY. I'm Mike. Today we're going to take a look at a garbage disposal that's making a funny noise. Now I've got another video that shows different ways to unclog or kind of troubleshoot a garbage disposal, so you might want to check that out. This one also will show an important tip that's valuable for dealing with garbage disposal problems.
Thanks to Dr. Disposal for sponsoring this video. Their tool will make it easy to remove the disposal so we can investigate the problem. It makes reinstallation of the disposal, or if necessary, installation of a new disposal, super easy too.
So something's gotten clogged down there. We kind of had the dish wand get munched up in it. There's a whole lot more white plastic that is now long gone. So that might be the problem. I also had a little boy that was washing off his rocks in the sink, so we could have some rocks in here. Now, obvious safety warning, make absolutely certain your power's off when you're working on a disposal. The easiest thing to do to try and find what's making noise, get your hand in there, feel around, try to find something that's stuck under one of the blades. If you can't find that out, that's where this trick comes in really handy. It's actually to take the disposer off. It's not very hard. Let's take a look. So under the sink, a few important things. As I mentioned, power. Now I conveniently have a power outlet that mine's plugged into, so I can just unplug it. If you don't have one of these, I recommend you go to the circuit breaker and turn it off. Be sure it's not working. You're going to want a bucket, because we might lose some water. You're going to want a little towel to help dry things off. So on our disposal, up here's the key trick that can help us loosen this. Before we take this off though, we need to disconnect a few different things. I mentioned the power already. I'm going to disconnect the piping here. Now depending on your orientation, you may be getting some water to leak out here. So this is when you want to have your bucket and towel handy. We got it off, not too much water. Okay, now with everything disconnected, oh, and this is kind of stinky too, so be warned of that. With everything disconnected, a couple things to be aware of up here.
This is where the Dr. Disposal tool is super helpful. It makes removing the old disposal easy. To hook the disposal, insert the Dr. Disposal UFO-shaped hook tool into the garbage disposal. Gently pull up on the chain until you feel it secure inside the disposal chamber. Then pull firmly to tension the spring. To lock the disposal, slide the locking bar onto the chain to lock Dr. Disposal in place by maintaining the spring tension. With everything disconnected and Dr. Disposal locked in place,
one, don't mess with the screws here. Okay, you might be tempted to try and deal with those screws. That's actually kind of clamping everything down so that your sink doesn't leak around the seal. Okay. Our trick is going to be to unscrew these. Now, this one's easy enough. I'm actually able to grab it with my hands and do it. You may find that you need a screwdriver to go in there and provide some leverage. Don't pry out. You're trying to screw this or rotate it. Okay, so you'd be pushing on it. You can also take an Allen wrench or something like that to get in there and be able to push on it.
As you unscrew this, it has some weight to it. This is one way Dr. Disposal makes it easy. To lower the disposal, securely hold the chain because it will soon support the full weight of the disposal, around 10 to 20 pounds. Remove the locking bar and lower the disposal to the cabinet below.
Make sure you don't put water down the drain while this thing's off. We see some sponge down there around that blade. Looking around the edges, got some more stuff messed around in there. Looks like there's some chunks of plastic. Right there you can see a little bit of white plastic sticking out that's gotten munched. Some more sponge. So definitely some stuff to clean out. Now with the power disconnected and this thing down, it's pretty easy to reach in with my hands, needle nose pliers, things like that, and clean it out. So let's do that.
Ever wonder what it looks like inside a garbage disposal? Stick around to the end of this video to see this thing in action. It's pretty cool.
So now that we've got this thing cleaned out, over here you can see some of the junk that got dug out of it. Seems to be working fine. We're going to put it all back together.
Or, if you need to install a new disposal, the process is the same. Hook the disposal by dropping the Dr. Disposal UFO-shaped hook through the sink drain opening. Be sure the hook swings loosely on the chain. Lower it into the disposal grinding chamber. Pull gently until it has securely hooked into the disposal. From above the sink, lift the disposal up to the sink drain opening. With tension on the spring, slide the locking bar over the chain to hold the disposal in place. Lock the disposal in place by engaging the locking ring with the 3 locking tabs. Once the disposal is locked in place, remove Dr. Disposal and set it aside. Reconnect all the drain lines. Double check that Dr. Disposal has been removed from the sink. Then you are ready to restore power to your garbage disposal. You've seen how helpful Dr. Disposal is when troubleshooting disposal problems and installing disposals. You can pick this tool up at major retailers like Lowe's, Home Depot, and Amazon. Affiliate links are in the video description below.
Now, if you've ever wondered what's going on inside a garbage disposal, here's your chance to find out. We've got these big metal blades, and they can move around, as you can see, and they spin around. And then along the edges of the wall, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's some jagged bumps sticking out. There's little bits of holes where chunks of food that have been busted up go down the drain. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on so we can kind of see what happens. Obviously, as I've said before, absolutely don't try this at home. This is for demonstration purposes only, and you're responsible for your own safety. So do not give this a try on your own. Alright, just for fun, let's see what happens if we put something in. Here's an eggshell. Okay, let's drop this guy in there. So, now you know what a disposal looks like, at least without water running through it. Obviously those little chunks would be washed down. As you hook it all back together,
please like the video, subscribe, leave any comments about your disposal, especially if you have a funny problem or an interesting experience. Thanks so much for watching Tomahawk DIY. Have a great day.